Jackson IFL YouTube channel, and my awesome guest tonight is star linebacker for the Bay Area Panthers, Wesley Bowers.
Pleasure,
How you-
pleasure being on here, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem. So you guys kicked our ass last week, huh?
Man, it was a tough fought game. Always going against Arizona. The Rattlers are always they're a class act, great organization. Coach Kevin Guy has a wealth of knowledge. He's been around so long, and then you just got guys like Sneed. I played with Sneed, so that's also just a
Yeah.
testament to him. So I know the kind of player he is, the leader he is, and they have a great group of athletes, a great group of men. So it's always a tough game. Any given Sunday, who knows what can happen, but we came prepared for that game. We were ready, and they fought us tooth and nail. It was a like you saw, man. We went to halftime 10-10. Like that's a
10 to
that's a tough
10.
matchup, man. And hats off to the Rattlers organization. They always find a way to win games, and they're tough opponents, and they're great people off the field.
Hmm. Awesome. So you guys play Bay Area. I mean, you guys are Bay Area. You play Northern Arizona this weekend in
Hmm.
Prescott
Yep. Going to Prescott Valley. Play them Saturday.
Saturday. When do you guys leave for Saturday?
I think we heading out Friday. We should be
Friday.
heading out Friday and then getting ready to prepare for a Saturday game.
You played in Prescott before, right?
Yeah, I had my first year I played in Prescott Valley, and man, it's no joke up there. It is tough. That's a tough
Yeah,
environment to play in,
it's a beautiful facility too.
man. Well, and I really like the fan base. They have a phenomenal fan base, and they get
Mhm.
loud, they get rowdy, and man, like you talk about like a big time environment. They had the kettlebells, the fans yelling. They have a very knowledgeable fan base, so that always makes it a good game. But man, they let us have it when we're on defense, and same for the offense, man. But it's a really good environment. It's an exciting place to play. So I'm excited to play in Prescott Valley, man. They always do a great job, top notch organization.
Yeah, Mike Matheson said, "Glad you are back with the Panthers."
Mike,
He's
appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm actually glad you're back with the Panthers too. You're a great player. So you were injured, right?
Hmm.
That's why.
Yes, sir. Just got cleared, got the green light and everything.
Mhm.
So I got the opportunity to come back and play my first game in Vegas, which was about 2 weeks ago. So man, it was a blessing. I had a big injury last year, so just had to fight through it. A lot of help with me from a lot of people, a lot of like I call it my village to help me get through the recovery process from the injury. And it was tough, but I knew the end goal, so I just kept my head held high and just wanted to continue to go. So we had a great opportunity to come back to the Bay Area Panthers. They trusted me, I trusted them, and just the whole process, man. Because you just never know when it comes to like an injury like that, and they believe that I could be the player that I was before the injury, and that alone gave me a boost of faith in myself, and it really kick started my recovery process to get back on the field.
Yeah, you are definitely a player to be signed and definitely a joy to watch, man. I wish I could be in two places at once because I'd go to the Rattlers game and the Wranglers game, but
Man,
they're
that'd be
both playing
awesome.
at the same time.
Yeah.
So do you watch the IFL when you're not playing, right?
Hmm.
You watch all
Yeah.
the games.
Yeah, I try to. I got a lot of former teammates. There's a lot of friends that's with other teams. So I
Mhm.
try to tune in as much as possible. And man, I will say this year, IFL, I just been in for this is my third year, and
They're
just
just
seeing it grow. It's a beautiful thing to see, and like the attention it's getting, the notoriety it's getting. We getting plays on ESPN, Sports Center, top 10
I
plays.
know.
So it's
Uh,
crazy, man. It's some good football being played.
Hopefully Pat McAfee will shout me out sometime.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be great, man. But you deserve it, man. You put a lot of work in. You
Thank you.
highlight a lot of the guys in the league. So I definitely hope Pat gives you that shot.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of the players on the Bay Area Panthers know who I am? Do you tell them?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Trust me. A lot of people know. We know that you a phenomenal fan, not just of the Arizona Rattlers, but of the league in its own. We all know about the footballs and everything, so we all appreciate the
Yeah.
work that you do. Highlighting us. So we all appreciate it. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I appreciate you because I know I'm a Rattlers fan, and you're not holding it up against me. That, so that's cool.
Yeah, man. You know me, I love football and I love
Yeah,
people that love football. It's a great community.
I didn't just switch teams. Nah, yeah, I have a football from the whole IFL. So, do you think there's gonna be expansion next year?
Um,
Do
I'm
you?
not sure, man. I think so,
Yeah.
and I hope so. The IFL
Mhm.
in my opinion, the top-notch premier indoor football league, and I
Yeah,
definitely feel like we have room for expansion. It's a lot of good football being played, and me, man, the more the merrier. I know we had some teams, I think went dormant this season, like Frisco Fighters, Duke City Gladiators, some really good organizations that are trying to come back. So hopefully they come back full force. And then I'm hearing some teams from like the AF1 might even join up. So it's a lot of expansion opportunities, and I think it's a really good thing for the league. A lot more opportunities for football players to continue to play the game at a high level, and just for this league to continue to grow.
dude, that would be perfect if they got some AF1 teams. And I heard that Frisco might be coming back, so I don't know.
Yeah, I hope
But
so, man. They were a good team, great organization out there in Texas. I had the opportunity to play against them, and I loved it. Great fan base down there. I think they share an arena with
mhm.
the Dallas Stars or something, I believe, out there in
Yeah, they
Texas. And
shared the arena with the Dallas Stars. It was
yeah,
their practice arena, but you can
okay.
play football in there too.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. So I definitely hope they come back. Top notch organization. I know Duke City, the team out Albuquerque. It was a beautiful place. So I hope they
Mhm.
come back and just spread the
Albuquerque is
prayers.
confirmed for next year.
Oh, that's perfect. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. They don't know what the team name is gonna be yet, but they're definitely coming back.
Oh, that's major. That's good for the league, man. The league is
And
growing, man.
then go on.
It's just growing, and I just love to see it growing. It's good for everybody.
Mhm. So, what's it like going to the, other arenas? You like going, it hypes you up, huh?
Man,
And
yeah, it definitely does. It's like, in a sense, you just kind of walk into enemy territory. I mean, not really enemy territory, but it's a great feeling. And the one thing that I appreciate is just the fan interactions.
mhm.
However it may be, some fans might, just go at you hard, but it's all love and it's all part of the game. And for me personally, I love it. You know,
Thank you,
it's a
Phoenix.
yeah, man. Like I don't, and I go with it with all respect because I know the intention behind it, man. They're rooting for their guys, and it's a great environment. And I love when fans, go at the players and just give them all they got for 60 minutes because it's a good time. And
Yeah.
I feel like if we as an IFL want to compete with big leagues, man, we got to have interaction like those because we're different than other leagues. We're so intimate. We're real close, man. We got players flying into the stands. Players knocking out drinks. Players going for footballs, going over the stands. So it's a different environment. It's a different feel. So man, it's beautiful. I love going into other arenas and also just like for me personally, I don't really travel a lot because I play football. So it's also a good experience to just get out. Get the opportunity to travel. Like this is my first time coming to California when I played for the Panthers. I've never been to Vegas. I got to play Vegas. I've never been to Texas. Got to go to Texas. Never been to Arizona. Got to
Awesome.
go to Arizona. So it was like
Yeah.
it's a good experience on and off the field. And I just love how professional these teams are and how professional and amazing and dedicated the fan bases are. 'Cause, you could do anything with your Saturdays and Sundays, but they decide that you want to go watch some good football being played. And I feel like it's our job as a league to put on a show for them and continue to go out there day in and day out, give them all we got. You get a bang for your buck. So I love it, man.
Yeah, we definitely, I said thank you, Phoenix, for subscribing, but I love that you guys put in a hard show and everything. when you guys come to the arenas, you're available to talk to and everything, so it's cool.
Hmm.
Can you believe what happened do you follow baseball?
Not really, man. Once I'm in the football season, I kind of just all go
Yeah.
football. You know.
Cattell Marte of the Diamondbacks, his mom died in 2017 and they
Hmm.
were playing the White Sox and a fan got banned from like the whole Major League Baseball for talking about Marte's mom
Oh man, yeah,
that
that's a
died. Yeah.
yeah. See, that's crazy. That's some of those lines you just don't cross. You know.
Mhm.
It's a mutual respect when it comes to banter and things between fans and players, but
Mhm.
some things just got to be off limits. And sometimes,
Yeah.
dang,
So,
damn, jeez, that's crazy.
mhm. You got any questions for me?
How did you like? How did you get into the IFL? Like, how did you start your journey into just being your fandom, and then
I
into the man we
was
know today?
I've been an Arizona Rattlers fan for since 92
Oh,
as a kid, so I started out and then I just one day I was like, I'm gonna start a YouTube because I've always been talking to the players of both teams and everything,
mm,
and just always been had a personality. So I was like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, and it's grown to what it is today.
yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I know, because I'm like, I see you in the Bay Area's page, and I'm like, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Everyone loves you, everyone knows you, and it's a
Yeah.
good respect between everybody because especially like true fans, man. It doesn't
Mhm.
get better than that because you're dedicated. So we all we can do is appreciate the work that you put in for us.
Yep. Thank you. It means a lot. I mean, at first, I was probably a little too hardcore Rattlers, and I'd
Yeah,
talk smack to the Panthers, and I still kind of do a little bit,
yeah.
but I do it with respect now. And
No,
it's
definitely.
like I used to say teams suck, and I don't really want to be like that.
No, definitely, and that's all part of the growth, man. All part of the process.
Yeah.
But like for me, I can appreciate the how you approach it, especially when it comes to the Rattler Panthers game, man. It's always fun. It's always a
I
good
mean,
time.
it hurts saying that you guys were the 2023 champions,
Yeah.
but I still overcome it and say,
Yeah,
yeah, because you guys were, you're etched in history.
absolutely. And 2024 champions, the Rattlers, man, got it done.
Hmm. And
That
then
was major.
probably the 2025 champions, the Panthers.
Hey man, for us, man, we just can't skip steps. So we just taking it day by day.
Yeah.
Gotta get ready for this game, and then whatever happens after that, man. Just
So
getting ready game by game.
what do you think is wrong with the Rattlers?
Man, I don't really think anything is wrong with the Rattlers, man.
No.
Great organization. I know kind of around this time, it's just people get a lot bumped up and bruises, especially with the kind of game that we play and environment we play in. Just staying healthy is definitely a priority. And that's I feel like a lot of teams across the league are just trying to make sure we get guys healthy, get in guys that are healthy. So I'm not sure of Arizona's schedule, but hopefully they have some bye weeks and things coming up. I know they're going to take full advantage of it, but like I said, they have a top-notch organization over there. One thing I know about them, they always figure it out. They always figure out a way to come back stronger. So I know for a fact that there's going to be no problems within the organization. They got great leaders over there, great guys in the front office and all those things. So they do a great job. But just
Yeah.
one of those times, man. Just figuring out how to get over that hump. But good teams always
They got
figure
a
it out.
bye week 16, so I think
Perfect.
they play Green Bay, and then I think they have a bye. Yeah, they have a bye.
Oh yeah,
And then they play San Diego. So that's gonna
perfect.
be mhm.
Yeah, because you always want to, try to find out that moment where you could come back full strength. So yeah, they're gonna be good, man. Especially they're gonna come back, at the right time, tail end of the season, figuring it out like they always do. So good teams, man. Good organization, been around for a long time.
What up, Aaron? Aaron Samuels, he's a big Panthers fan. You know him,
Whoop,
huh?
whoop. Yeah, Aaron, absolutely.
Yeah. Me and him talk all the time.
Yeah, super
He's
fan.
had a little more to talk about than me because it's all good though.
Yeah, man. That's good. What's up, man?
So, Vegas and Tucson, who do you see in that game?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Tucson, very nitty gritty group. Been on a roll lately. Great
Mhm.
coaching staff. So it's hard to tell because Vegas. I don't know. I just saw they put up like 80 something points.
82
Like,
points.
man, that's phenomenal. Vegas, they got a great organization, great team, great players. Their defense is lights out, man. Their offense is star studded. And same with Tucson. Defense, man, athletic, flying around. Their offense, man, they can light up the scoreboard. So that's going to be a really good game. I really don't know who I would take in that game because that can go any way. Like that's going to be a game to watch for sure. So
Aaron Samuel says Tucson has some decent players and coaches, but Vegas is better.
mm,
I probably agree,
yeah,
but I have buddies on Tucson, so I'm torn. I'll be at that game though, so
that's going to be a good one.
look
Yeah,
out for
yeah,
that's
that's
on
gonna be
Sunday.
good. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's gonna be a really good one. It's really, and I feel like with the games like that, it really just comes down to like the small details, like who scores here, who scores there, turnovers and interceptions, things like that. Because they both have great personnel on both sides of the ball. It's just gonna be about who does the little things right more, I guess. So that's gonna be a good one. Like watch the game.
Prescott,
Oh,
and the game is in
probably not. When
probably not.
when it's work week, we could do what we gotta do. We get in, get out.
Yeah.
Try to stick to our schedule, tight schedule. But we'll definitely be watching via IFL Network.
Yeah.
And just watching that, and then watching it during film when we're getting ready to play those guys. But definitely gonna be a fun game to watch. So I'm definitely excited to see those guys go at it.
Yeah, you'll see me at 2 games this weekend.
Yeah. What game? The Arizona game, and then that
Yeah,
game.
the Arizona game, and then I'm going up to Tucson on Sunday to watch the Vegas Nighthawks in Tucson.
Man, that's gonna be. Oh yeah, so you got a star-studded weekend. You gonna have a
Yep,
good time. That's awesome.
yep.
That's gonna be a fun time.
Aaron's going to the Tucson game. He
Oh,
said,
that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, man, I'm excited.
yeah,
I know
he's
this
going
year
to
the
Prescott and then Tucson.
oh yeah, man, that's gonna be cool. I know this year. I heard that the championship is in Tucson, so y'all got to make sure y'all
Yes.
pick out y'all seats that y'all want while y'all up
Yep.
there. So that's gonna be good, man.
And Aaron, me and you definitely got to meet in Tucson this weekend. But so, there was something I was gonna say. Any more questions?
No, let me think. Questions. What questions can I ask? You watch other games around the league?
Yeah, I watch them all.
So if you had to choose your team out of the East, who do you think like what's your team out of the East division right now? Who you got being like, you know,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna anger some people, but no, I was thinking it was Green Bay. I think it's Green Bay or Quad City.
Yeah, yeah.
Tulsa, I don't think Tulsa is gonna be as good because TJ Edwards got hurt and it was
Oh
pretty bad.
man. Oh man, I didn't
But
know that.
yeah, and then Jacksonville's good,
Hmm.
but I don't think they're championship contenders. I think
Yeah,
Quad City or Green Bay will do it. But you can't sleep on the Pirates, Tom and
yeah,
Nas.
absolutely. Always they got a good team. Always got a good team. Oh no.
Mhm.
Always find a way to, toward the end of the season. That's the interesting thing about it, man. And like teams, you can't really count anybody out. You just never know what kind of run the team go on towards the end of the season. So I'm definitely excited how it shakes out on that side. It's gonna be a really like I feel like a really good in the season, rally for some good teams over there. So I'm excited to keep track of those guys for sure.
Yeah. Who's your top dog in the East?
Oh man, it's tough to say. I've caught a couple of games, but like I watched Quad City. Got our guy Quan over there, former quarterback for the Panthers. He's over there, and he's doing his thing. Green Bay's doing a great job. Jacksonville, like it's hard to say. Like if I had to choose, I don't even know because like they're like it's like when you really like watching games, it's really small margins between a lot of those games.
Mhm.
It's a might be a missed kick there or a drop pass there that just alters the trajectory of the game, especially like the momentum. But I don't know. Like I would really have to wait probably like the last two games to really be like, okay, like because you got to let it really shake out, see where people are going to land. But
Mhm.
the East is playing some really really good football, some really good football being played on other in the other division right now. So it's tough.
My unconventional pick is Massachusetts will upseed Tulsa and will make the playoffs.
You know,
That's I'm going out on a limb here. And then
Who-
Jackson between Green Bay, Massachusetts, Jacksonville, or Quad City, I could see either of them coming out of the East. That's how close it is, I think.
Gonna be a tight race, man. Good football being played. I'm
And
excited.
then in the West is Bay Area, Vegas, San Diego, and Arizona.
Mm, yeah, man.
I think Tucson's too far behind because this game this week is going to be huge to
Yeah,
their playoffs.
yeah, man. Like, yes, yeah. I mean,
You guys are looking pretty right now. 8-2, 9-2, nine
yeah,
and
nine,
two,
yeah, yeah,
right?
9-2 right now, man. We just trying to continue to keep our head down and stay humble and hungry, keep the work going. But
Mhm.
like I said, it's a tight race on our side as well, man. Like it's great football being played, and you just any given Saturday or Sunday, you just never
Yeah.
know how things may fall. But that's why you always just gotta be prepared, stay ready, so you don't gotta get ready. But it's a tight race. Um, it's a tight race on the West, tight race on the East. So I will say, man, this year the IFL is man, it's booming. It's some really good football being played on both sides.
Where did you go to school? Where were you raised?
Yeah, I'm from Maryland. College. I went to Georgetown University, and then I graduated, and then I ended up going to Bowie State University for my grad transfer year with Ross. So I went to school with one of my teammates now, JT. We played at Georgetown together, and then I transferred, and then went to school with Ross, and then we won a championship at Bowie State together. So that was good, great opportunity with both my guys, man.
Awesome. Did you win a high school state championship too?
Nah, man, I went to a really tough school. Like I was in a tough conference. Like I went to Bishop McNamara in Maryland. We played in a conference called the WCAC, and at the time we were ranked like the number six toughest conference in the nation. So
Mhm.
I was playing a lot of guys in the NFL now. Like I played against Chase Young in high school, played
Chase
against a
Young,
lot,
yeah.
yeah, like I played against a lot of people. But nah, I didn't get a chance to win the championship, but we made up for it, further down the line.
Awesome. So, what's your plan? Make it okay and everything?
Man,
God willing?
yeah, not sure, man. My focus has been, on the season right now. So like when I'm in season, I'm just, giving all I got day by day for every game, every minute of the day of just, to the team I'm with, man. Bay Area Panthers, man. I love the team, love the organization, great people, great team, great front office, great coaches. So, and, always I feel like with everyone in this league, we always have aspirations going higher. So,
Mhm.
once I'm done with the focus and attention on the season, and then after the season, man, we have a conversation. I'll be able to give you a much better answer. But right now, man, I'm just trying to get my all for the Panthers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your normal game day? Like, what do you do? You wake up from a good night of sleep, and then what do you do?
Man, for me, wake up, yep, wake up. I always pray in the morning, so I get my daily bread in, and then try to give me a good breakfast, something hearty, a good meal. Got to stay hydrated, so always crushing water as soon as I wake up. And then by that time, I'm trying to get myself in a good headspace. Try to close out all distractions, no drama and things like that, and just try to be where my feet are. Don't want to be too far ahead,
Mhm.
too amped up, too too soon before the game, but I don't want to be too relaxed. I want to be kind of even killed, in a good mental place where I'm sharp and I'm ready to go, but I'm relaxed and I don't have the, those butterflies and the anxiousness. And then going up to the game, we always do a good pregame meal, eating something good, good protein, carbs, things that's going to give us the energy that we need for the game. Still crushing water, and then I just kind of, do some visualizations of myself making plays. It's power in the
Mhm.
mind. So I always tell people you gotta, believe it before you see it. So you gotta put yourself mentally in that position that, all right, these are the checks, these are the plays, this is where I need to be, these are the things I want to accomplish. I always go through like, small checklists, you know, and then, get into the facility, just want to relax, man. Just, wipe away all the anxiety, wipe away the fears, man, and just get prepared to play the game that I love.
Yeah.
And a game that I've been playing for a long time, man. And I always try to remind myself, like, I've been here, man. I've been here before, and I deserve to be here. A lot of people, I feel like they let the moment get too big, So I gotta remind like, especially when I'm coaching kids, like, yo, you've been doing this for a while, right? You deserve to be
Mm.
here. So I always remind myself, like, it's the same thing. And then when it's time to put those helmets and shoulder.
Any particular music that you listen to, like game day music?
Oh man, uh, game day music. I guess also for the music, it's kind of like a steady ride. So like I always try to listen to something cool, calm, like a little bit of R&B or like oldies, like oldie but goodie songs. Like I listen to a lot of like
Yeah.
Temptations and things like that. Four Tops and some like Luther Vandross, just the things to keep me cool, calm, collected before I take off. Man, listen to a lot of gospel music. And then once I get to an arena and it's time to kind of, change gear, the music also reflects that. Then I get into a little hip hop, you know, I listen to country music. So, just a little more tempo, things like that. But I always keep it light, man, because like me, I'm a bubbly person. So I always keep it light, keep it entertaining for myself. Things that I like to dance to. I'm always dancing, keep myself loose. So those are kind of my go-tos. And then once it's time to take off, man, whatever the team listening to, I'm listening to. So that's yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. I
The
know.
hype videos?
Yeah, man. I show a couple of the guys. A couple of guys. I think they might follow you. I'm not sure, but we talk
Uh-huh.
about you. We just talk about the super fan that you are, man. And like we like I even watch some of the other interviews that you do because you do such a good job. So I'm always interested to see how you interact with the other players and what the other players have to say. So it's a good thing for the league that these guys are getting a platform as well. Also for you,
Yep.
get to be
Mhm.
shared around. I think it's good for the expansion and the growth of the league, but just also this, you know, getting to know a person outside the pads. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
something big for me. Always interested in seeing, what guys are interested in outside of football because, end of the day, we're humans. End of the day, we're men that,
Mhm.
football is something we do. It's not who we are, So it's always interesting to see what other people get to talk about on their platform. And like for me, I appreciate it, man, because I really get to be myself. I get to, talk about other interests and always and still get to talk about football, but really get to show my personality and kind of my mindset about life.
Yeah. You're awesome, dude. I really
Appreciate you, man.
appreciate it, man. So, you are hopefully you guys can make it. I mean, you're definitely gonna make it the playoffs. And if you guys win the championship, you guys deserve it, you know?
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. We're gonna continue to
Mhm.
fight, man. Fight tooth and nail every day, and always continue to put our best foot forward. We got great games, some great competitive games coming up. So, our message is always just never skipping steps, never missing a moment, and always
Mhm.
being where your feet are. Because some people look too far ahead. And you want to be where you are, man. And that's just, a statement in life that I always want to follow. Just always be present and always give 100% in everything that you do. So definitely appreciate it. We're going to keep fighting tooth and nail every day, day in and day out for the best outcome that we can provide, given our, effort and preparedness. So we're going to be ready. Absolutely.
And this has been a great time. Ours.
Man.
Thank you, man. You have a
Appreciate you,
good
my
night,
man.
bro.
Axel Jackson. Have a good one too, man. Looking
Yes.
forward to it again. All right, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Bye.
Peace.